Hey there, thanks for joining us. It's Alicia and Daniel Weiss here, Family Asset Allocator. And we are going to be continuing this video with a few more questions that you, as someone going through a divorce, or if you are a divorce attorney, questions that you can be encouraging your clients to be asking themselves as they're considering divorce or going through the process. So we have a couple questions today. The first one, Daniel, that I'm going to turn over to you is how to address the question of, have I made my feelings clear?
Right. So much of deciding whether you're going to go through divorce or not is really making sure with your partner that you've done everything possible to communicate to them. And what I'm trying to convey in these blogs is how painful the divorce process can be, and it's not that you don't end up going through it, but you really need to contemplate it as much as possible. So, the big question in this one is, have you made your feelings clear, right? Have you done everything to communicate your frustration? Your partner cannot read your mind, and sometimes, so much of a relationship is communication or lack of communication, and the language that you are using with your partner, and the communication style that you're using, and whether your partner understands that style. If you're, using a silent treatment or avoiding conflict versus communicating exactly how frustrated, how angry, how upset you are, you're really not setting yourself up for the right reason to go through a divorce process. I mean, if you have done all of that, if you've made your feelings clear, if you've done, if you have made sure that your frustrations are well known and that your partner has been given an opportunity to say their side of the story and potentially make any changes, then maybe it does make sense. But otherwise, as I've said in prior blog discussions, counseling might be best. And in that counseling, you should be ready to talk as well as listen.
Okay, so you've gotten your thoughts out to your spouse, you've laid your feelings out. Maybe they have heard you. You made sure of that. Outside of just making your feelings heard, is there anything else that a couple could be working on to make sure that they can't change anything else in the situation before maybe they go ahead and file that divorce?
Yeah, I mean, I think you need to think about, what can your partner do to change? A partner may or may not be able to change, right? There might be a level of pain and unhappiness on your part or their part that just is non-repairable. And you need to decide, is it the partner that is irreconcilable, or is it the relationship? And if it's the relationship, there's a much greater chance that it can be fixed. A partner, depending on what the situation is, might not be fixable, but a relationship, maybe through better communication or changing how you're spending time or some other factor, can be improved. And so if both of you go into it with that in mind, that you can improve the relationship through both of you potentially changing, then divorce might not be needed.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point that you make. After you lay out the way you're feeling, maybe leaving that conversation with kind of actionable steps, things that your spouse could be doing, things that you could be doing to make them feel better about, certain situations, whatever it is that they're going through, and then making that effort, and you might be able to save the relationship versus just having that conversation, laying your feelings out, and then just letting it go, letting everybody kind of mull over those feelings. So if you're watching this and you are in this situation or a similar situation, we hope that this was helpful. And if you're a divorce attorney who is here because you're interested in learning more about Family Asset Allocator, a software tool made for you to use with your clients to help them separate their assets, their debts, to just make the process a little less stressful and a little less painful as well. So make sure you're exploring the website familyassetallocator.com to learn more about that software. Sign up for a free trial, and we will see you next time. Thank you.